Hey, hello, everyone. How are you today? My dear listeners, my dear friends, my dear subscribers, dear copywriters all around the world. I remain myself Adetokunbo Mike from the Dgeniusfx. I'm here again to do what I know how to do best. From my comment sections sometimes ago, some of beginners and some of intermediate were commenting and then asked me to do a favor of sharing with them at least one or two of my topic from mentorship services. So I want to do this favor for people that they are upcoming in Forex. I'll be taking you a series of lessons, mentorship on this episode, free of charge. But I'm going to take a topic from my mentorship package that is most important. Firstly, I'll be taking you technical and then fundamental analysis. On this episode, I'll be taking you technical and fundamental analysis. Firstly, I want to tell you that to trade Forex, it is not easy task at all. Forex is just like a study, it's just like a school. You keep learning and you keep learning until you grown to become a professional. Even after being a professional, you have to keep learning to retain your knowledge. So today, we have two types of analysis in Forex. We have technical analysis, we have fundamental analysis. What are your technical analysis? What is technical analysis? Technical analysis are the indicators, are the tools you set on your chart to show you how to buy and how to sell, when to buy and when to sell. That is technical analysis. For example, let me go to my F sign and show you sample of technical analysis. This is my F sign here. Okay. When you click on your F sign, you are going to see a lot of indicators. Okay. All these indicators, they have different functions. They have their own functions. So each indicators do tell us when to buy, when to sell. By default, they always come. The settings always come by default. But being a forex trader and then a technical analysis trader, we do set these indicators to our own taste so that it can bring to us what we call strategy. Okay, I'm not going to share with you any strategy today, but I will taking you technical analysis and fundamental analysis. The two analyses in Forex are very, very important. If you know technical analysis, you've put all your tools in place that market should go up. But don't be surprised when market is coming down. Market can be crazy sometimes. Why did market can be crazy? Sometimes market can show you a buy signal when you are using technical. But if you are not using fundamental added together with technical, possibly you might not be a successful forex trader. What is fundamental analysis? I've explained technical analysis. I'm going to explain fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis are the news that do release, are the event that do happens. When it happens, it affects forex. That is why we have Forex Factory. I'm going to be showing you one after the other. Okay, I'll be telling you how to use technical, and I'm going to be showing you how to use fundamental to trade news. Okay, now let me show you one after the other. This is we have a average directional movement index. That is ADX. ADX come by default. Okay, these are the default of ADS. But if you want ADS to look to your taste, you have to change these settings to your taste. Okay, and you might change color if you like. Okay, I will not be clicking it one after the other, but I am going to tell you briefly on how technical works. If I click on done now, you are going to see how it will look like on my chart. Here is ADS. Okay, this is how it looks like. Some traders use ADS to determine market movement. Okay, but sometimes technical analysis, they might change the settings to their taste. As you can see, this 14 can be changed to any number. So now I'm going to remove this and add another one. Now look at it here. We have Bollinger Bands. Okay, Bollinger Bands comes by default. This is the default settings. But some technical analysis trader, some technical traders, they use Bollinger Bands to determine what market tells, how market moves, and then how to buy and when to sell. According to the first rules of Bollinger Bands, let me show you. This is the Bollinger Bands on my chart. Okay, this is how Bollinger Bands looks like on my chart. 99.9% of the candle will always be inside the bands. If mistakenly or accidentally or by event, candle goes out from the Bollinger Bands, wisdom demands that you should hold on. It will come back inside. This is a news that affect market and brought candle out of the Bollinger Bands, and at the end of the day, market came back to its position. 99.9% of the candle will always be inside the Bollinger Bands. Some traders use Bollinger Bands to determine the movement of the market. I'm going to show you another one. Let me delete Bollinger Band. I will show you one after the other. As you can see, we have different indicators. We have MACD, we have envelope, we have Ichimoku Kinkoyo, we have moving averages, we have parabolic, we have standard deviation, average true, and then a range. We have BS power, we have bull power, commodity channel index, the marker, force index, MACD, momentum, moving average of oscillator, relative strength index. All these indicators are technical analysis. I am just trying to show us how it works. I'm going to teach us how Bollinger works. I'm going to teach us how average index work. All these indicators, I'm going to teach us one after the other. But it might not be on this video. Why? It is a long training, technical analysis, so that you can be able to use any of the indicator the way you can use it on your own. Okay, on your chart. So now I'm going to be teaching us fundamental analysis today. We are going to look for your Forex factory. As you can see, here is my Forex factory. I'm opening my Forex factory. I'll tell you how to trade with Forex factory with events that affect the market. Okay. I'm trying to open my Forex factory, guys. Yes, here is my Forex factory. As far as I'm concerned, we have some old events that has happened in Forex before now. So now I'll be showing you how Forex factory works 99.9% to determine market. Okay. So let me go to the past, the previous event that happens in Forex. Okay, now this is how our Forex factory looks like, guys. This is how our Forex factory looks like. But all the news from this Forex factory are not tradable. As you can see, we have different news here, but those ones that we trade that affect market is the one I'll be sharing with you guys. Now, as you can see, we have what we call a yellow box. This yellow column, we have red column, and then we have an orange column. All these columns are important, but two out of these columns are important, but one out of these columns are very, very important. You shouldn't joke with it. Okay, now this yellow column here, they are news, but they don't have effect on Forex. It will not move market at all. The news might be released, but it is not going to move market at all. But this orange column, once the news released, it will affect market, maybe little or stronger. It depends on how powerful that event is. Okay, again, these are red column here, we call it very high impact column. All these red impact column, they always affect Forex. Be it small or big, it will surely affect Forex. So if you are a technical analysis trader and you did not support your trading system with fundamental, you are not completed in trading. You are not a completed trader. Okay? Whenever you wake up as a Forex trader, you wake up and check your Forex factory to see the event that can affect market today. Okay? Now, red column are very, very important. We call it very high impact news. I'll be teaching you how to calculate, how to read the news result, so that you will know maybe the market will be going up or the market will be coming down. So as you can see, these are Forex factory. As you can see, this Forex factory, the news is all these results are at my right hand corner here. As you can see them on each news. Okay, so how do we use this Forex factory effectively? How do we calculate very high impact news? Okay, we have, this is GPP news. Here is GPP news. GPP news. Out of this GPP news now, the most important one that you are going to look for is this red. Okay, the news will be released by 8:00 a.m. This is past event. I'm just using it as an example. Okay, so now once there is news by 8 a.m., dear listeners, dear friends, dear subscribers, you do not open any position when news is about to be released, most especially high impact news. All these NFP news, they are high impact news. All these CPI news, they are high impact news. Forex news is an high impact news. What's it called? All these FB news, they are high impact news. CPI news, they are very, very dangerous and high impact news. So whenever there is high impact news, dear listeners, subscribers, beginners, do not enter any position. Once you check your Forex factory in the morning and you realize there is news, please be patient and let there be news released before you can decide where you will enter your trade. So now I'll be teaching you now how to calculate this news. As you can see, this is GPB news, high impact news. Here is forecast. Forecast simply means what they think it will happen when the news release. Let me just say what they think the news result will be. And this is the previous news result. We have is 0.2%. That's the previous. And the forecast is minus is 0.1. But unfortunately, the result was minus is 0.3. Okay? Once we see what we call negative, red result is negative and green result is positive. Okay? As you can see, all these ones, they are green results. Okay? Once there is red result, if you are trading GPB USD, GPB will be stronger than USD at that moment. Okay? Once you are trading GPB, we have negative result. That is to say, the result is against GPB. Sorry, USD will be stronger than GPB. Okay, in Forex, that is what we call base and quote. Okay, the currency paired together, there is one currency that we call base, and there is another currency that we call quote. For example, GPB US dollar. Okay, base is GPB and quote is US dollar. GPB is stronger than US dollar. That is why GPB comes first. For example, US JPY. US is stronger than JPY. That is why US comes first. So whenever there is GPB news, as you can see, this news is GPB, and the news result is negative, dear listeners, it simply tells that GPB USD will be falling. That is, the US will have capacity over GPB because the news release is not in favor of GPB. I'm going to be using USD to do example. Now, that is what we call now this is a Forex economy project news. Here we have a USD news. USD news, USD news, USD news, USD news. Guys, I always trade USD news. Whosoever trading gold, trading pounds, USD, trading USD Australia, trading USD CAD and US JPY. Whenever there is USD news, you have to wait patiently for the news, or there is what we call a system we use at the Genius to trade news. But I'm not going to expose that, to share that with you now. So I'm trying to tell you how fundamental and technical works to affect Forex. This is for beginners and intermediate, also for professionals. Now, as you can see, we have the news at 8 p.m. in the night. This news that you see was very, very powerful that very day. It moves market at the high extreme. Gold was keeping going up. This is the news. The news I saw you just now. This is the news. It was 8 p.m. in the night. Let me show you 1 hour. This is the news. Here is the news. As you can see, this is the news. The news was so powerful. Sorry, this is the news here. This is the news here. Okay? If you are selling at this point in time and the news was released against you, market will continue to be going up. This market moves more than 500 pips, as you can see. So now, I'll be showing you what affects that Forex that day. Here, we have a 4 impact news. We have 4 impact news, okay, released by 8 p.m. Now, all this US news will affect any currency pair that was paired with USD. Australia USD, US CAD, USJP, gold, pounds JPY, euro US dollar. This news will affect them. It will surely pull them in one way, push them in one way or the other. Okay? Now, when the news result was released, all the remaining results, they have no data. All the remaining results, they have no data. But we have only one that has data. I am dealing with these 4 news that affect market on that fateful day. I'm dealing with this. Okay? This has no data, no data, no data. When news has no data, market will decide where to go on its own. When news has no data, market will decide where to go on its own. But if there is a result like this, look at it, this is forecast. This is previous, and then this is actual. 5.50% previous, 5.50% forecast, 5.50% actual. When actual was released, it doesn't pass previous, it doesn't pass forecast. We call this result neutral. We call this black result neutral. As you can see, there is difference between green result and red result. As you can see, this one is black. We call it neutral result. When there is neutral, market also decide where to go on its own. So what moved market on that fateful day was all the red impact news, the very high impact news that was released. 3 of them has no result, no data, and 1 has neutral. So market decide where to go on its own, and then it went very, very high. Here is the news result that pushed market on that fateful day. Here is the news result that pushed market on that fateful day. If you think it will be coming down, as you can see, it might be stronger and keep stronger. I actually lost out of this news. I actually lost. When the news was released, we catch pips. But my thought was, this is too high. It is almost half of 1,000 pips. So I took myself from 2005 again. After taking my buy and I catch pips, and market continues to go against me. So that fateful day, I lost money. Okay, I might not tell you the amount I lost, but I can tell you it's a great loss that day. I couldn't I couldn't forget. So now I'm telling you that don't joke with fundamental analysis. It is powerful. Okay, it is powerful. Now I'll be showing you another news result that moves market. Here is another news result. Look at these ones. This is AUD US dollar. AUD news. This AUD, any pairs that pair AUD, this news will affect them. Like I told you that this red impact is very high impact news. It will surely move market. So if you put your chart to AUD USD on this day, look at this result here. Okay, 61.5k. Look at this is the actual. This is the actual. This is the actual. Excuse me, please. This is the actual. This is the forecast, and then this is the previous. The actual is much higher than the forecast and then than the previous. So if you are trading AUD USD on that fateful day, this news result is positive. It is in favor of AUD, which means AUD USD, AUD Z, and AUD JPY will be stronger. AUD will continue to be moving higher, higher, and higher. It will continue to be going up. Okay, so like I told you, we have positive result, we have negative result. Positive result is green, and then negative result is red. Neutral result is black. No data result always push market to wherever it pleases. So as a forex trader, always wake up in the morning, download your forex factory, check your forex factory to know the event that will affect market on that day. If you know there is news, when it is a minute before the news, you close your position, be it in loss or in profit, because you wouldn't know where the market will decide to go. High impact news are all these reds. They do move market like crazy. Okay, now this is chef news. This is chef news. Okay, this is GPB news. Always calculating and checking for red high impact news. All these are orange impact news as well. They also move markets. This is one here, but it's not common. They also moves market, but as you can see, red impact news always common. Always common. This is US news here. This news result here, we have one positive, we have one negative, and the news was released at 3:45 p.m. Nigerian time. As this news was released, the one is positive and another one is negative. As far as I'm concerned, with my experience, if this news is stronger than this, as negative result, market US dollar will be falling. Anything pair US dollar will be falling. If there is a US JPY, US will be falling. JPY will have power over USD. If it is GPB USD, GPB will be rising. GPB will have power over USD as far as I'm concerned. Okay, but if this news, if this second news is powerful than the first news, and the result is positive, dear listeners, US JPY will be going up. US have power over JPY. That is to say, the news result is in favor of USD. If you are not a slow learner and you catch this my teaching, as far as I'm concerned, I have helped you and I've helped a life. Okay, doing this episode, you will gain a lot. I started this today. I'll be taking you on indicator settings one after the other, how to use all those indicators one after the other. This is not a strategy. There's a difference between between teaching you the indicator settings than to let me say to set 5 or 10 indicators together and use them in one accord. That is strategy. But indicator settings is what I'll be taking you how to use Bollinger Band effectively, how to use our alligator effectively, how to use MACD effectively, how to set them effectively. That is what I'll be taking you on this episode. If you are following me on this channel, please follow me where at this period in time I'm going to be a great mentor to you, a great helper to you, and your Forex history and Forex journey will be another next level. It's going to be a change of story. I remain myself at Detokumbo Mike from Dgeniusfx. This is the episode 1. Episode 2 is on its way. Thank you very much. God bless you.